And now we are about to make our major scene change and bring on the main event of tonight's program. Oh, I'm sorry, I left one out. Please forgive me. See, that'll teach me. I'm seeing people come down the aisle. I said, the chorus must be ready now. This is actually a really important piece. It's something that Sandi used to talk about all the time. There were two graduates of the class of 1987, Andrew Berger and Nat Dickey, who arrived here. Some people remember Nat and Andrew, right? Who were really, really fine singers and sang in all the groups around here. They were in Madras Concert, they did everything. They were also in all the musicals. They were also really fine instrumentalists. Andrew, a first-rate clarinet player, and Nat, a great trombone player, who's now the assistant director of bands and professor of low brass at Concordia University. Well, Sandi had a profound effect on a lot of people that came into her group to sing. And I won't give the whole thing away. I'll let it be introduced by the song and by the Bergers. Now, Nat couldn't be here today, but he is very ably replaced by another fine singer, actor, and instrumentalist, a flutist, Andrew's brother, Daniel. So this is a little bit about the experience one might have faced when coming from the junior highs to begin their vocal career at Lexington High School. What is also not in the program is accompanied by Miss Julia Liu.
So last year actually, it was really wonderful. Sandi got in touch with Nat and me saying, oh, I found a copy of the song you guys sang about me. I gotta get it to you. And so it was really great. I actually hadn't been in touch with her that much, and so she didn't know my address. So she hunted that down, and she, of course, lickety-split, she sent it off to me, and it was great to have a copy of the song. And Jeff has sort of said that she talked about it, and it's very much an honor that she wanted it performed here. Arnold got in touch with me and said, hey, Sandi wants that song sung. Can you be here? Like, okay, we'll come. About the song, yeah, Jeff sort of captured it, but that's absolutely right. I was going to say that we got here to the high school. You got to remember, you go through the junior high school shows. I was very excited in 9th grade, which was still junior high back then. I got to sing the baritone part in show chorus. I graduated, my voice, had made it to there. So, and yeah, then, so Nat and I and Ramsey Curdy, who's also here, we all sort of showed up at the high school that year, expecting to expand upon that. But yeah, I would say Sandi thought that we had a higher calling. So, and it was our senior year, Nat and I decided to give her a little piece of our mind. And I think it was at the Fall Jamboree. I want to say the Obertones were here. Arnold may have been in the house. So, anyway, so we decided through the medium of vaudeville to tell her a little bit about just what we thought of her.
So there we were, two innocent little basses, till we walked in through that doorway to M1.
Mrs. Peaslee saw our smiling little faces and said, ha ha, I think I'll have some fun.
She sat us down in front of this big piano
and made us sing much higher than we should.
Just before we both dropped dead,
she turned to us and said, hey, you two, that sounded very good.
I think I'll make you tenors, she told us with a smile.
We couldn't quite decipher that for quite a little while.
We figured she was loony.
Or insane. Or after all,
it could be those M1ers
who can drive you up the wall. We figured she was in a drunken daze, but now we see the wisdom of her ways. Mrs. Peaslee, we'd like to thank you. You've taught us both those so very well. You'd never guess that we once sang bass parts. We sing I so well. You never could tell. Mrs. Peaslee, we're both indebted to you, 'cause you lit the way.
You taught us breath support.
You told us lift that sound and don't be afraid of high A.
I'm still afraid of it.
Hey, at least I gave it a try.
Oh, yeah? Well, I can sing high, too.
Can you believe this guy?
Well, tenors have their problems, too. For instance, we always sing with this strangled look, like somebody just killed our cat. But even that doesn't work for us. Those high notes keep coming out flat.
And tenor parts go above the staff. Falsettos, an absolute must. I lost my bass range a while ago. I bet my low E's bit the dust. Hear that?
Hear what?
See what I mean? Of course we miss those low F's and G's, but that's okay. We miss those simple bass harmonies, but that's okay.
We miss those notes that were strong, not strange.
We miss those notes that were in our range. We miss those notes that won't make us queasy. We miss them. Let's face it, those bass parts are so easy. You know it. But that's okay.
But that's okay.
We'll keep on trying till our dying day. So, Mrs. Peaslee, we'd like to thank you for teaching us all those tenor tunes. Who'd have thought that we'd be rewarded for sounding like we've inhaled balloons? Really, though, it's a crowning pleasure to belt out those high notes. And we just don't care if with every measure we're damaging our
Hip hip hooray for 8VA.
damaging our thanks a lot, Pavarotti.
Damaging our throats.
So one last time, here's our double blessing, and please could you arrange to keep us able to sing like tenors, even when our voices change. Thank you, Mrs. P.
Yeah, you didn't want to miss that one. How many of you out there went through the same experience?